Can I move?
Move? What the hell you mean move?
Better when I move.
Robert Redford. The name conjures images of rugged charm, cinematic brilliance, and young cowboy trying to find his way. But peel back the layers of his Hollywood fame, and you uncover a life shaped as much by profound challenges as by glittering triumphs.
Robert Redford is mourning the loss of his son, James. The actor's rep spoke out to People, giving an update about how the 84-year-old was feeling, saying that Robert is mourning with his family during this difficult time and asked for privacy.
Redford's story is not merely one of stardom. We've all been there when we think we have it all together. Then bam, life takes control and spins you all around. This is not just a story about one man's journey through fame. It's a reflection on the enduring themes of loss, mental health, reinvention, and the power of finding purpose in adversity. Let's get deeper into the life of this Hollywood icon. Born Charles Robert Redford Jr. on August 18, 1936, in Santa Monica, California, Redford grew up in a modest working-class family. Despite their financial struggles, the Redford household was rich in values, instilling in Robert the importance of hard work and determination. But the idyllic facade of sunny California was often overshadowed by turbulence. At the age of 18, tragedy struck. The death of his mother, Martha, due to childbirth complications. Her loss marked him deeply, creating a void that would later fuel his sensitivity and introspective approach to storytelling. Redford wandered. His travels across Europe exposed him to art, culture, and the vastness of human stories. These formative experiences ignited a passion for visual expression and narrative, planting seeds for his future in the arts. Upon returning to the United States, he enrolled at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York. It was here that he began to channel his raw energy into acting, a discipline that would soon become his ticket to reinvention. Redford's early career was anything but glamorous. He cut his teeth on television roles, appearing in series like The Twilight Zone.
A little certificate saying that show is the most often viewed Twilight Zone there was.
And Perry Mason. His persistence paid off in 1967 when he starred opposite Jane Fonda in Barefoot in the Park. The role showcased his charisma and comedic timing, launching him into the Hollywood stratosphere. What followed was a string of iconic performances in films like Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid in 1969.
You have a favorite Redford movie?
I think I think Butch Cassidy, because it was so much fun. In other words, I love to ride. I like doing the stunts, and Paul and I had a great relationship that just evolved in the making of the film.
Perhaps one of Redford's greatest achievements is the creation of the Sundance Institute and Film Festival. Founded in 1981, the Sundance Institute was born out of Redford's desire to support independent filmmakers and provide them with resources to tell their stories.
The reason I started Sundance was because I felt that the mainstream was completely controlling exhibition. And I just felt there were a whole lot of other people out there who were talented, who had stories to be told, but they were undisciplined because they had not had a chance to develop themselves.
The annual Sundance Film Festival, held in Park City, Utah, has since become one of the most prestigious platforms for indie films worldwide. Even as his career soared, Redford's personal life was marred by loss. In 1959, he and his first wife, Lola Van Wagenen, experienced the devastating death of their firstborn son, Scott, the sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS. This tragedy was followed decades later by the near-fatal plane crash of his daughter, Shauna, in 1983, and the heartbreaking death of his second son, James, in 2020 from bile duct cancer. James had spent much of his life battling severe health issues, including liver disease that necessitated 2 transplants. Like his father, James channeled adversity into purpose, becoming a filmmaker and activist.
I was really sick, and luckily, after 4 surgeries and 16 years, I got my health back. When you've had that kind of experience, it just changes you. And so my interest in both sort of what it means to struggle with vexing health problems, as well as how amazing some of the solutions are, it's just there. It's in my bones at this point.
His death was a crushing blow to Redford, underscoring the fragility and resilience required to navigate life's hardships. Robert Redford's health challenges add a layer of depth to his already extraordinary life. While many know him as the charismatic leading man or the visionary behind the Sundance Film Festival, few are aware of the private health struggles he endured, particularly his battle with the long-term effects of polio. Polio was a devastating disease that affected millions of children before the advent of effective vaccines in the 1950s. Redford contracted the disease as a child, an experience he rarely discussed publicly until much later in life. The illness left him with long-term respiratory complications, a hidden burden that he managed with grace and determination. Living with post-polio complications can be physically and emotionally taxing. The condition can cause muscle weakness, chronic fatigue, and breathing difficulties, all of which can intensify with age. For Redford, whose career involved rigorous physical demands and a deep love for outdoor activities, these challenges required significant resilience. By the 1990s, Redford's health required more attention. Redford has always been a man of action, preferring to channel his energy into causes and creativity rather than dwelling on personal difficulties. Redford's polio-related complications didn't deter him from living an active life. He embraced physically demanding roles in films and pursued his love for nature, often hiking, horseback riding, and working on his Utah ranch. His ability to adapt and push through physical limitations is a testament to his inner strength and determination. In more recent years, Redford has faced skin cancer scares, an ordeal that brought his environmental advocacy even closer to home. A lover of the outdoors, he attributed his skin issues to years of sun exposure. Redford has spoken candidly about the importance of regular checkups and taking preventative measures. Redford also dealt with arthritis, a condition that made some of his later film roles more physically demanding. Despite these challenges, he continued to work both in front of and behind the camera. In 2018, Redford announced his retirement from acting following his role in The Old Man and the Gun.
Now, is it true that you're saying you're going to retire after this? Is this the last one?
No, I think that was a mistake if I ever brought that up, because that's something you don't talk about. You just quietly slip away from.
No, you can't slip. We need you.
Well, you can slip away from that into other things. But it's been a long career. I'm very proud of it. But I shouldn't have mentioned it because it got too much attention. There should have been more attention placed on David Lowery and the film that we're all involved with, because that's why we're here.
While he hinted at stepping back, his creative spirit hasn't waned. He continues to direct and produce films and remains active in environmental advocacy. A year after The Old Man and the Gun came out, Redford made a surprise cameo in the 2019 Marvel movie Avengers Endgame. He played the same character 5 years earlier in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Robert Redford's life isn't just a Hollywood story. It's a masterclass in resilience, reinvention, and staying true to oneself. From the heartbreak of losing loved ones to the quiet battles with health challenges, Redford has faced life's curveballs with determination and grace. His legacy isn't just about iconic films or environmental advocacy. It's about how he turned pain into purpose and success into a platform for change. For all of us, Redford's journey is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there's always room for reinvention. Whether it's finding a new creative outlet, championing a cause you believe in, or simply embracing the simplicity of life surrounded by loved ones, his story proves that success is not just about what you achieve, but how you grow from what you endure.